Jésus va juger criminel, criminel yo. Et la condamné, condamné yo. Jésus va juger criminel, criminel yo. La prononcer sentence, sentence yo. Jésus va arriver, volume, volume, condamné, condamné. Oh Lord. Jésus va juger criminel, criminel yo. Et la condamné, condamné yo. Jésus va juger criminel, criminel. Bruh. You know what I wanted to come on here and talk about real quick with y'all? Do y'all see that JEANNIE MAI is pregnant? Like, do y'all see that this girl is pregnant? I wanted to talk about that real quick because remember when JEANNIE MAI was married to the man with the pink penis? When she was married to the man with the pink penis, she was like, she only likes white meat. C'est white meat seulement li besoin li parle, man. If she gonna have some viande, it's gonna be white meat. And she did not want no kids. She didn't want no kids. She didn't want to be with no black man. She did not want no dark meat. But now, here she is, married to the blackest of the black. Okay, it don't get no blacker than JESSIE. It don't get no blacker than my president is black. It really don't get no blacker than that. And she has a baby on the way. Ain't that some shit? And I just want to talk about that real quick because it just goes to show. Let me tell you something. Some of us, these standards that we be having, some of these standards that we be having, that shit will hinder you from finding love. Like, that shit will hinder you from finding love. Like, that shit will hinder you from finding what God really has for you, like, when it comes to love. Like, especially those of us who are in our fucking 30s. Like, when you're in your 20s and you want to have all these fucking high-ass standards and shit, you could kind of pass with that, right? But, bitch, when them 30s start knocking, let me tell you something. When 30 hit, bitch, I'm talking about, it's raining right now in Atlanta, and my knees hurt every time it rains. Like, I'm feeling old as fuck. I go to sleep at 8 p.m. Like, now, it's a lot of standards that I used to have that I really just don't have anymore. I just want a motherfucker that's gonna respect me, love me, not ask me for money, have your own shit going, love God. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck if you got a pink penis. Now, do I prefer pink penis? No, absolutely not. I don't prefer rare meat. But bitch, if you got a pink penis and you got everything else that I want, am I gonna give that shit up? No. When I'm sucking a dick, I'll just act like it's black. I don't know. Like, I will black out the fact that you have a fucking pink penis. But my mom, my mom is an RN, and she said a lot of white men don't have pink penises. She said some of them got brown dicks. And I remember when I was with a Puerto Rican for a little bit, he looked white, but he had a brown dick. So who knows? Shit, if you white, just fuck me like a nigga. How about that? If you white, fuck me like a nigga. Just, you know what I mean? Like, fuck me like it's my B-day, baby. Fuck me like it's my B-day, baby. Baby. Fuck me like it's my B-day, okay? Come in here, Whitey. Come on in here, Ethan. And fuck me like your name is Devontae. Yeah, his name Ethan, but he got that Devontae dick though. Ha ha! Fuck me like it's my B-day, baby. Okay? But it just goes to show you how a lot of those standards, they're such bullshit, and all it takes is you meeting the right nigga. Like, once you meet that right nigga, whether he a black nigga, a white nigga, whatever, however he Indian, whatever. Long as you meet the right nigga, like, a lot of your standards come tumbling down. A lot of this shit that you used to do, you gonna find yourself not doing. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of tea. And I told myself I was gonna tell y'all my business no more, but you know I'm lying. I'm gonna tell y'all my business. So I've been dating this dude, right? And the other day, he told me that I need to sit my ass down, basically. And I was like, excuse me? He was like, you need to let off the gas. Like, you know I like you, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, so you need to relax. And I'm like, what you mean relax? He was like, relax, right? He had told me he had an event. So I had bought my tickets because I'm going to the event. To me, it's like, if shit, you got an event, I'm going. And he was like, but you didn't even let me ask you to come to the event. Like, you just made your plans, you bought your ticket, and you said to yourself, you're coming to the event. And he's like, you didn't even let me ask you to come to the event, right? So in my mind, I'm like, oh, well, you know what? How about I don't come? How about that? How about I don't fucking come? So I cancel my flight, cancel all my shit, and I said, yeah, I'm not fucking coming. How about that? I'm not coming. And he was like, that's fine, because I know your cheap ass bought yourself a coach ticket anyway. I was going to put you in first class, and I want to get you a driver, but you're always doing your own thing and thinking that you're going to fucking control shit over here. No, you need to let me lead you. And I was like, Jessie, YGJ, criminal, yo. Somebody said, sis, you did too much. But you know what? Honestly, I did do too much. I did do too much. And that's usually how I am. Like, I do everything on my own. It's like, whatever. I do everything on my own. And I have the habit of just... You know what I mean? And he was like, no, you need to relax. If you want this to work, I'm going to need you to relax. And I'm going to need you to calm down. And I was like, you know, at first I was like, but then, bitch, as that shit started simmering in, I was like, hold on. Hold on, babe. Not babe putting me in my place. Hold up. And he was like, yeah. And so he flew me out. I went to the event or whatever, and when the weekend was almost over, he was like, you see how everything goes when you let me take charge? Do you see how everything goes when you let me take charge? You don't have to do all that here. You calm down and let me lead. Not saying that I'm trying to control you, but you know, let me lead us. And I was like, the thing is, like, and why am I bringing that up? I really feel like Jeannie Mai was used to a certain type of guy, and she thought that she thought relationships were gonna be a certain type. It has to be a certain type with a certain type of guy, and you know what somebody told me last night? I was at dinner last night with Ernestine, and her aunt was there. You know what her aunt told me? She said, Jessica, there's a difference between submission and cooperation. She said most men, they're not looking for submission. They're just looking for cooperation. And I was like, well, what's the difference? She said, when you submit, you lose yourself. When you submit, you lose yourself. Men don't want you to lose yourself. They just want you to cooperate. And a man that leads, especially a real man that leads, that's what he's looking for. He's looking for cooperation. Because I was at the table talking about my experience, and I was like, yeah, I mean, he's doing this, that, and the third, but he told me to calm down. And she's like, you should. You want to cooperate. If the man is doing this, that, and the third, and all this other stuff, why would you not cooperate with that? You trust me. And mind you, she's in her 50s. And she's like, I've been single for 30 years. She's like, from the sounds of what you're telling me with the guy you're dating, if I could go back in time and I had that. She said, real men, they're not looking for you to submit. They're looking for you to cooperate. And I was like, ding, 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 ding. It's like a bell went off in my head. I was like, Christina, I don't think you met her. But she said she's been single for 30 years. And I was like, mind you, gorgeous woman, has an amazing career, right? And a lot of us, especially us black girls, we're out here, we're killing it. But did you know that if you have a real man, when you go home, you ain't got to kill it? That bell didn't really go off for me up until I started dating this guy. And then this conversation last night just brought it home to me. And I was like, you know what? Yes. In career and stuff that I'm doing, yeah, I'm dominant and all that shit. Do I want to be dominant when I go home? No. Think about it. Do you want to be dominant when you go home, ladies? You probably don't. So some of us need to learn cooperation. And I think that there was something with JEANNIE MAI where in her previous dating life where she thought dating was supposed to go a certain way. And that's why there was a part of her that shunned this whole other side over here. But when she finally gave into that, look at what happened with her. And I feel like that's what's happening with me in my life. I don't know where things are going to go with me and this person. I know what I hope for in my heart, but I'm learning that, wow, okay, I always did want this. I always wanted somebody to come in my life and be like, you ain't gotta be that, Jess. You ain't gotta be all that. I'm gonna take care of you. Relax. But then I'll tell you this, the reason why I'm able to relax is because he's a man of his word. If he says he's gonna do something, he does it. So that's why I can cooperate. Am I still fighting with the old me that's like, but Abby? And it's sometimes I have to take a step back. And we had a real conversation. I was like, you know what? You're right. I'm going to take a step back. That's why a lot of us are single, to be honest. Yes, a lot of niggas is whack. Yes, there are a lot of fucked up niggas out here. Yes. But we have to come to terms with the fact that a lot of us, especially us black girls, because we're so used to being up here all the time and being on 10 all the time, because we gotta do so much all the time. So when you meet a man who can tell you in your language, hey, woosah, relax. Not only am I going to tell you I'm going to do this, but I am doing it. You can trust me. Now we're building trust. I can trust you. Now we're building trust. Now I can, okay, relax. And I said, allowing a man to lead is being submissive, but a man has to be deserving of that and earn that. I don't know. After having a conversation with Auntie, I kind of agree with Auntie, which is being submissive, you're losing yourself. But being cooperative, that's different. And I do feel like I've seen submission. And when she said that, I was like, you know what? I've seen relationships where there's cooperation. There's not necessarily submission, but there's cooperation. Both people have a lot of things that they're doing. There's not just one person that has a career and the other person's at home. There's not just one person that's out here doing all this stuff and the other person's just always in the sideline cheering them on. It's two people doing the same fucking thing, but when they come together, they know their role and they cooperate with that. That's why I feel like submission is like, it is kind of losing yourself. But then there's cooperation. There's compromise. That's different. There's collaboration. That's different. That's the difference. Somebody said I'm starting to look. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I gotta go. Damn. That's the difference. So just saying partnership, like that's what I want partnership. Like I feel like, oh my God, like even if this were not to last, like now I know like, oh my God, like this is what I want. I want partnership. I want collaboration. I want that when I do, whatever I do out here in the world, when I get home, I know that I can crawl up next to you and I can be vulnerable. I can be vulnerable. I can be soft. I can be held. I could just be me. I could be a delicate flower. Just like the white women's. But when I'm out and about, I could be that bitch. I could be that leader. I could be fiery. I could be dominant. But when I get home to my man, I could be delicate. I love that for us. Those of us who want that. All right, y'all. I gotta go. Bye.